Dr. Friday, and all you need to lobby on that and let the nation know where our money go.
Yeah, you would speak to it, but why I'm correcting you, you keep saying lobbying as if they need to lobby, but because I want to make the point that I'm not speaking away on Dr. Friday, that they have been speaking on it on numerous occasions. I don't want the impression people getting that they haven't spoken on it and they need to speak on it. They have been speaking on it, and I am sure they'll continue to speak on it.
Okay then. All right then.
All right, thanks. Thanks for
Yeah.
your
All right. Good.
contribution. All right, thanks. Yes, so 17 minutes to the 12 o'clock hour. And as I said, on a Monday, there's something I don't touch. I wait until Dr. Friday get in and he take the lead on it. Yes, they're open, and I know he would speak to that, so I would leave that on it. So I just wanted to mention that. I also wanted to mention the agriculture workers and others not getting pay. And I'm hearing, but I will do the research, see what information if out there. I'm hearing a talk on the ground that people are claiming, but I don't know how this come up with these claims. Maybe they drink strong rum and then they talk these things. I don't know. They are claiming that the money, some of the money that was received for burial reconstruction and the repairs, that some of this money being diverted by the government. So people say, I waiting on the proof. They promised to bring me proof, so I have to wait on the proof. But I'm mentioning it in the interim. That some of this money is being diverted. The claiming, boy, it seems so, being diverted to pay outstanding bills by the government. So, for example, some people who have been owed money for years, getting the money now, and people are claiming that some of this money is coming from burial relief fund. Now, if that is true, it can't be true, man. There's a bold face and bare face. But people are saying yes. Man tell me yes. But I don't even know the guy name. I don't even know him. I met him and he is insisting that money coming to Union Island to pay for outstanding bills that the government owe people for years. And he's saying, but if you watch some of this thing, is it seems like it's money from burial, and so they're using. I tell him, well, boy, you have to bring me the proof, and I will speak on it. So I'm mentioning it just as a reminder to him. Bring me the thing. But it seems that's what he claiming, that burial money is being used by the government to pay outstanding bills that they owe people from other occasion. I'll have to ask, probably the NDP would have to ask a question in Parliament to see if there's any truth in that. We're going to see how that work out, okay? So, interestingly enough, but I'm going to read this because I know Dr. Friday would speak to it again. Because as we see, more killing, and yet we have nothing. We're not hearing anything, There was an occasion. Okay, all right. There was an occasion, somebody tell me that the stream is back up. Let me go and check on it. Got my friend Nicholas there to work on it. So it seems like it's back up. So I'm gonna double check, and once that's running, then we'll be able to get Dr. Friday in on the live stream. So let me just give me the opportunity. Let me just double check and make sure everything. What does it, cook and curry? All right. So yes. So Killeen and Bar make 3 in 3 days in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's what I'm seeing there in on Eyewitness News headlines. Just if I seem a little distracted, I'm trying to make sure to see if the stream is up. I'm checking on the Facebook to see. I'm not seeing it still. I'm hearing it's up, but let me see. Okay, so I need to still get that clarified. It's telling me live, it's telling me 4 persons on it, so it's supposed to be up. Let me just see. Make sure we get this going. Let's see.
This blessed country has seen its best days. Just look at it now, it's torn to pieces. How did...
All right, so I'm still trying to get that clarified. I'm not seeing the stream up, but I seen it appear to be up. Anyhow, so 12 minutes after to the 12 o'clock hour, Killinane and Bar make 3 in 3 days, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines have not heard one word from the Minister of National Security. He had opportunities on many occasions to speak to the crime situation in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and what's happening. Still not hearing from him. Still not seeing anything. We're wondering, when will this end? When will we have that change? And we cannot see it. So I'm just wondering. So 3 killing in 3 days. Let me read some of that for you. Says St. Vincent and Grenadines on Sunday recorded a 3rd killing in as many days, taking the homicide count to 44. Eyewitness News has yet to verify the identity of the latest victim, who was shot and killed in the West Kingston constituency sometime afternoon. Broad daylight kind of thing, after 12 o'clock. Imagine that. The killing followed the death of Jelani John, aka Bolo of Fairburn Pastures, who died in his yard after being shot at his home by a known assailant around 2 a.m. Saturday. And following the killing of Cornelius Hatcher, who was gunned down at the Young Island dock at 9 a.m. Friday. 9 a.m. Friday, you know. Right by the Young Island dock, where all the activities are, where all the tourists come to go on Villa Beach. So it's a hub of activity. It's not like they say, oh, it's happening in the dark and don't worry it on the right side of the road, just walk on the left side and everything good. It's broad daylight, 12 after 12 in Edinburgh. Broad daylight. It's broad morning light. Let me put it that way. 9 a.m. Villa Beach by the boardwalk right there. And guess what we're in from the authorities? Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. So I know Dr. Friday will speak on these when we get in. I'm going to take the break a little early to try and get something sorted out. And then when we come back, hopefully we'll get that sorted and we'll have Dr. Friday in with us. So I'm going to take the break early and try and get that sorted. All right, so bear with us a minute.
Bunady Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bunady Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bunady Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bunady Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Christmas in this year.
Can I have this?
We have an extra $400 from Flow. You can have everything you
More
want.
gifts with Flow. With Christmas in, win weekly prices up to 10,000 in cash. Sign up for a postpaid bundle or a broadband plan.
We Christmas in with free groceries from Flow. Plus, a chance to win weekly prizes and up to $10,000 cash. Head over to your nearest Flow store or visit discoverflow.co. Flow, we Christmasing.
More gifts with Flow.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good, that good. When you shop at Massy Stores, that good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
What time it is?
Christmas time. Christmas time.
Surely, Christmas is a time of healing. And what better time it is for cleaning? So this Christmas, VinciClean is here to help with dusting, wiping, bathrooms and bedrooms, kitchen, dining, in fact, for all kinds of floor, new and old. Call now and book early for all your Christmas cleaning. It's VinciClean, VinciClean, VinciClean. Telephone 431-1360, 492-0586 or 4571649 and have a VinciClean Christmas.
I say we know it's Christmas time. Christmas time. Christmas time.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other health care products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
Beryl, an early hurricane of unprecedented intensity, is fresh in our memory. The International Panel on Climate Change predicts for 2024 and beyond increased severity of weather and hurricanes due to global warming. Be smart, plan ahead. We can take steps ourselves to minimize loss and suffering from these threats. At Lanes, we have the necessary products, flashlights, water tanks, generators, water pumps, and more that you should have to provide you with safety and comfort. Whether building anew or reinforcing existing structures, Lanes can provide both product and specialty consultation advice at our Home Vision department. Protect your family and protect your home. Lanes, 784-456-1411.
Get value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors.
Shop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in one. Pop into our convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. Visit our mechanic shop for a specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment at our garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Arnesville Main Road. Drive on up.
Reliability, convenience, and variety.
Richardson Motors is your number one stop.
Need a well-balanced meal? Check Finity Restaurant and Catering Services in Pauls Avenue, opposite SVG General Services Limited. We offer takeaway and delivery services. We provide a variety of choices for breakfast, lunch, and snacks.
and local juices rich in vitamin C. We offer pastries, rotis, doughboy, banana bread, and much more. For the best in cakes for that special occasion, whether it is birthday, anniversary, weddings, or need a velvet, cheesecake, chocolate, or any other, check Foodfinity in Paul's Avenue. For orders and delivery, call Foodfinity at 784-456-1344 in Paul's Avenue or Munzie's at 784-526-8063.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch disc, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much, much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Grace and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% intention. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent Jones, a supermarket for you and me.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come knee in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and Billy Ark. I said, bye, call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals and keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
Memorial Funeral Home is the first in SVG to offer on-site cremation service. The new and modern crematorium provides a safe way to memorialize your loved ones. Memorial Funeral Home offers a variety of urns in which you can preserve your loved one in a personal way. Cremation can ease the financial burden as it reduces the cost of a standard funeral service by 50%. Caskets can also be rented. Cremation is a necessary option to the overcrowded burial grounds across the country. Their friendly and courteous staff will continue to take care of all your funeral needs, whether you choose to bury or cremate. If your loved ones die abroad, there's no need to worry. Memorial Funeral Home can assist in the transportation of bodies to SVG and from SVG to any part of the world. Memorial Funeral Home services can be accessed at their two locations. In Kingstown in the Russells Building at telephone number 453-2697 and in Mesopotamia at 458-8888. The Memorial Funeral Home, leading the way in modern and affordable services. Call us. We care.
Randy's Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy's Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy's Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
It's 3 minutes after the 12 o'clock hour, 3 minutes after the 12 o'clock hour, and we're looking forward to have our leader, Dr. the Honorable Godwin Friday, join us on the program so we can look forward to his interaction. Just monitoring for that. I think we have the feed adjusted. Let me say thank Nick. So we have that, so you can also follow us on the BDS Facebook page. For those of you who want to follow us, you can follow us on the BDS Facebook page as we continue on the program. All right, so it's 4 minutes after 12 o'clock hour. As I said, I took the break to get those things sorted out. I want to remind you, I hope I have the correct date, but I think the East Kingston raffle, not raffle, bingo, nice bingo to the Sand Park. I think that's the 6th, eh? Yeah, 6, hold on, 6. Yes, I think that is Friday, the 6th of December, which is the day before the fundraising, the final fundraising event for 2024, the major event, which is the fundraising dinner, presidential dinner, you know, that we should look forward to that on the 7th, Saturday the 7th, sunset shows. Just nice, formal, and it's hosted by, obviously, by our leader, President Dr. Friday and Mrs. Friday. So you want to get that 250. If you can't manage, I keep saying, if you can't make it, you can sponsor somebody in St. Vincent, or even, as I say, a firm or an organization that support the NDP. Maybe you could say, well, boy, let's invest a 4 ticket that we could give away and make that contribution to the party. So we're looking forward to that. It's a nice, get together, and we can all look forward to that on the 7th of December. That's the Saturday, the Friday night. I said subject to confirmation, should be East Kingston Bingo. That's in the Victoria Park. We can look forward to that. South Windward should be having a meeting this Saturday, again, to be fully confirmed. Teacher had mentioned it. I am yet to confirm fully. We'll see how that go. We are also working boy rain coming every night these days. Maybe, I don't know. So that should be at Provenville though, this Saturday. If it's on by tomorrow, I'm sure we'll have confirmation in full. I know for sure on the 29th though of North Windward. I'm sure I said South Windward sometime. North Windward, there'll be the young dems on the move. They'll be having their barbecue. Well, barbecue will have fish, pork, chicken, and that's Friday the 29th from about 10 in the morning all day. So you can go out there and support those events. All right, so those are 4 events that's supposed to be coming up. You give your full support to them, and we look forward to that. All right, so keep that in mind as we go forward. So just hold in a while, but you can call in the interim. I'm just holding a while for Dr. Friday to join us. The number is 784-456-5967, 784-498-3802, and 718-734-5615. I'm going to take this call while we wait, and let's see. Good afternoon, Newtimes. Good afternoon, Newtimes. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Newtimes.
But good afternoon. You heard me, Bot?
Yeah, I hear you now. Thanks.
Okay, good, wonderful. But I don't know. Maybe you must be better at geography more than me. So maybe you can help me out because I'm still seeking knowledge. Every day I live, I seeking knowledge. Now, I am hearing that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is now has been supplied with fish from Venezuela.
From where?
And we are Venezuela. From Venezuela vessel, I should say them, because I believe those vessels...
Better you say Venezuela vessel because that's our fish.
Exactly. I put it back and say, you put it back?
Oh, good.
And I said, Venezuelan vessels, I believe, fishing in our waters. Now I'm hearing we are going to take up 25,000 acres of land in Venezuela to grow food for us now,
Venezuela?
So I want to know, Yes,
But that
yes.
offer, I don't. Where you heard that, bigger?
Man, I tell you, you have to listen to the worship program. You have to
No,
listen to
I
the
don't.
worship
I'm not
program.
bigger. Don't let me send me soul already. I'm not going to listen to a program where people is worshiping a human being. I will do like what I'm doing now. If something of consequences said there, Kenton would write a thing, or you may pick up and call. So I listen to that. I don't have the time.
But for me, this is what is consequent, because the reason why I brought it out here now is that I heard yesterday Sobota saying, and this is Sobota talk about saying enough, that you are going to know you get 25,000 acres of land in Venezuela to grow food. I am one of those persons that along with Likakan, my brother Likakan support, keep on saying about the food that you can grow. Things like cassava. He talked about cassava yesterday too. And all of a sudden, we have been saying for so long, cassava is one of the crops that we need to push in this country. Now here, Sobota is saying now they are now going to grow it in Venezuela and bring it here. But the real critical question, I hope Bishop is listening to me. That Bishop is one of those science man answer, because I'm hearing is because of this new thing they're going on with climate change. So I want to ask the question, but because I'm stupid, I don't know. Is climate change affected only St. Vincent? It's in all of the countries around the world it is affected.
I see Minister Climate Change, which is the Minister of Finance. I call him Mr. Climate Change because everything now, when they neglect, they blame it on climate change. So climate change...
And Beryl.
But you realize that Guyana, years ago and continue, have made offer to the rest of the Caribbean for them to utilize lands that they have there. Guyana did, and I ain't think we take it up. I remember sometime there was some discussion with the flour mill and them. I don't sure if that materialized.
Yeah,
but nobody, and they could play this back. Nobody in their right sense with what's happening in Venezuela going down, they go say they're going to plant food in Venezuela people want food. Let the Venezuelan government, with all due respect, plant the food and feed the people. There's people in Venezuela who want food. So why are we going down? You know, what is interesting though, bigger, is that I think Dr. Fry, I think he has joined us. Every Monday morning, Mr. Caesar come up with some new project. So I must, he should be Minister of Industrial Affairs, because every Monday there's some new incentive, some new something trying to get Dr. Friday in. So yes, so he's there. So we're gonna bring him in a second, bigger. Yeah. So thanks for the information. Where am I not getting? Okay.
I will call it and expand on it during the time when Dr. Fred is on. Don't worry.
He's on it. So I just
bigger, you don't have to go around here.
Thanks very
much. No problem at all.
All right, appreciate it.
How you doing?
So, all right, I'm glad. I think I have Dr. Friday with me looking all fresh.
All right, well, I wish I felt likewise.
And I hear you now. Let me see. Speak again.
I said I wish I felt likewise. You can hear me?
He's wrong here. Just a second, Doc. I'm not sure. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
I think he's hearing me, but I'm not hearing him. Hello?
I'm here, but...
Okay, so I think we have an issue here. I'm seeing Dr. Friday, but I'm not hearing him. I'm trying to get something adjust.
So there we are.
What is it? Doc, just say good morning again for me, please.
Good morning, everyone. Well, it's good afternoon now.
He is there. He's speaking, but
I am, yes, and I can hear you clearly.
Let me see something. No, that's not it. Wow. Okay, I have Dr. Friday online. I'm just not hearing him, so I need to probably adjust something. Something I need to adjust. Wow. So probably will have to get one of the technician in here or get Nikki. Nikki, if you're following, I'm not hearing Dr. Friday. I'm seeing him. I don't know. Dr. Friday, you want to check your computer, see if it's from your end? Yes, I'm hearing you now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear there.
All right.
Speak again.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello?
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I mean you're probably on the other channel that normally. Okay, yes, good.
We've solved the major technological problems.
I don't know why. Sometimes the stream they're using every time they come, the computer, the system upgrades itself and
yes,
bring some new method or some new something. So where we good though? Good afternoon, Dr. Friday. How are you?
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to all our viewers all over St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and to those of us in our large, far-flung diaspora in the Caribbean, in North America, that's Canada and the United States, in the UK. We thank you so much for being a part of the program. We know you're concerned about things that are happening in our country. We know you have hopes and dreams for your homeland, for those of you abroad and for those living here. And, the trend that we are witnessing recently and for some time now, seems to dash those hopes. But there is room for hope, and there is the prospect of improvement. So let me say again, good morning to all of you who have joined us. I hope you will call into the program today, because I don't intend to talk as much as I used to, because I want to hear from our viewers, our listeners today. And I'm glad that Bigger called in and start things off with that story that we saw regarding Venezuela, 25,000 acres of land in Venezuela. And next is going to be moon, cheese on the moon or something. But anyway, I just want to recap a bit, because we had a busy week, last week we did quite a lot of stuff internally. Our members have been active in their constituencies and throughout to try to take our message to the people. And for myself, starting more recently on Saturday, I was at a memorial service at the Reef in Lower Bay. You know the Reef, very famous, world famous institution, bar and restaurant, and so we've been around since in my childhood days. But we had there was this funeral service, not funeral service, but a memorial, a happy memorial for the late Judy Simmons, who was the person, along with her husband Mark, who founded Mac Pizzeria down on Belmont Beach, which has become not just famous in St. Vincent, but worldwide for fantastic pizza, and food in general, wonderful hospitality. So this started that way back in, I think, 1979 or somewhere around there, I remember, when she left her teaching position to go and start this, what was really at that time a novel venture, because nobody in Beckley ever heard about pizzeria and pizza and so forth, and certainly I hadn't. But she made it into something special, and it has become, as I said, I was given the opportunity to give a tribute for her accomplishments and her, the person that she was, and that she made. She advertised, the restaurant and the pizza and so forth, but the pizzeria became an advertisement for the whole of Beckway and for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because it was known, and still is known worldwide. But Judy was beyond that. She was a fantastic, wonderful, genuine, decent human being, wonderful person. And so we were there at the Reef on Saturday afternoon with her two children, Rachel and Vanessa, and husband, widow now, Nick Kuhn, a good friend of mine. And we I think a lot of persons give really heartfelt and touching tribute. So, well done, Judy. We certainly owe her a great debt of gratitude for the tremendous insight and vision that she had in with her husband Mac, who passed away some time ago, in founding that restaurant and making it such a wonderful place, not just for foreigners, for visitors, but locals. You know, it was affordable that people could go and take their family and order pizza and feed everybody. Wonderful. But I'm sure you have had pizza from
Yeah,
the.
and I was gonna add that people from the mainland sometime order and get them come down on the boat.
That's
Or
right,
up, or
because
come up. Should be come up on the boat from Beckwith.
yeah, you can't get any pizza like. I mean, where in the world you
Yeah.
get pizza? Where you get fish pizza? You know, I mean, and genuine quality stuff, not made up seafood kind of thing. So that's what we were doing, and it was really wonderful to see so many people came out and such touching tributes and so forth. Because somebody who, um, without doubt, deserves the accolades and without any question, was a genuine, beautiful, wonderful human being. And then, of course, but we were earlier on in the week attended the funeral of Cleve Lewis, our dear friend Cleve Lewis's mom, on Friday. Euberdine Phillips, she was 95, I believe. I attended her 90th birthday celebration that they had over at Pastoral Center a few years ago, and she was in great spirits. She lived up until the end, really, because her mind was sharp and she was really in good spirits, and always I felt welcome in her presence. So we said goodbye to her on Friday at the funeral up at Pastor Daniel's church in Sign Hill, really. But we had also, a wonderful, more happy occasion on Thursday when I went on a walkabout down in, as I do from time to time, down in um, Little Tokyo, and just passing people on the street, but they're going and visiting the shops and talking to people and people coming up. But it was, man, it's such a wonderful feeling. I don't know. I don't consider this work. When I do this, I really do enjoy it because I like, when you reach out to people and they return it in spades in terms of the affection and the interest that they show in actually engaging and to meet me. And I mean, I had some flyers that were handing out, and I thought, well, people don't read so much of these things anymore. They want everything on the phone. But no, Friday, give me. How you pass me and give me one, because everybody wanted to get their little flyer with, summarize our message and what we hope to do for St. Vincent and the Grenadines once we win the next election. But the of course, the objective there is to reach out to people, to be in touch with them, to let them know that there is hope. No matter what you see, all is happening around you, there's hope for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that we want to bring the change that there's so much, where we need so much in this country, and that they themselves have expressed a desire in the last election, because that's what it means when you win the majority of the vote, that people want change. So we have to make it happen. And so the number of people who were there greeting us and really making me feel, very welcome. So I look forward to that again. And I want to thank them all who were there for their hospitality and for their friendship and for the greetings that I received there. Of course, but we had sadness over the weekend as well. While we were at the funeral on Friday for Cleve's mom, you know, we got the news of this terrible shooting in Young Island Dock. In broad daylight, somebody get gunned down, right in the dock in front of people. I mean, this is becoming normal in St. Vincent. It's so shocking. In daylight, in public, at a public dock, people are about, and there is no hesitation for somebody to go and gun somebody down. Similarly, well, we had another killing too on Saturday night. Another shooting death, and then again yesterday, broad daylight again in Edinburgh.
As we say, in the middle of any hot sun after 12.
And I
in
mean,
a
this is
public area, not in a backyard, in a public area, just like the Young Island thing. So people just feel that, we could do this in broad daylight, just drive up, shoot somebody, leave a message, go home, don't worry.
What is happening in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? This is, and the terrible thing is that we hear nothing from the government about it. They just basically, oh, it's just a few, misguided youngsters who just need to take advantage of the tremendous opportunities that they say that are being presented here for them. People are alienated, especially young people in our country. You know how discouraging it is to family members to see the youngsters who they go up to school and so on, and then at a certain point in their development they go and they take the wrong path, the destructive path, because that appears to be more attractive to them than looking to find work when you come out of school and you can't find work. By looking to go on to further education, you can't find the means to do so. These are some of the root causes. Nobody excuses anybody who commits a crime. But the point is that we have to look sociologically as well as to say, well, what are the root causes of this terrible situation? Because it never used to be like this. It wasn't like this before. So what are we having now in 2022? But we had a record number 42 killings, most of them by gunshot in this country, right? Last year, 2023, there was 55. They said 3 of them were police shootings, but there's still shootings, there's still homicides, And then this year so far, 40, how much? 44, 43, 44?
44 we know of.
44 we know of, and we are now just in the middle of November. And there seems to be a tendency now within the government and the police and whomever to just basically take this statistic and whatever information they have and proceed as if this is normal. How the hell could it be normal in a country of 100,000 people that you're having over 40 homicides in the past 3 years and still counting? 55 last year, this year 44 and counting. How could that possibly be normal? How can anybody feel like St. Vincent and the Grenadines is on the right path? We cannot be. We are on the wrong path. We are going down further and further into a state of lawlessness, of insecurity amongst our people, the state of ungovernableness that this ULP promised when they were in government, when they were in opposition. They have brought it about on the country now that they're in government, and they don't seem to care, because maybe they feel that somehow they are immune or protected from it. But we see in the manner in which these offenses are being committed that nobody can feel safe, because it's anywhere, daylight, bus stop, business place, places of entertainment, just walking down the road, Paul's Lot, middle of the hot Sunday in Paul's Avenue, and somebody, and these things, people say, oh, that is unusual. But it's not unusual anymore. That is becoming the norm. It seems to be any place, anytime, and anyone. And this is really frightening. The government, we're calling again for action. The Minister of National Security has failed this country, and that's Ralph Gonsalves. He has failed this country by making the people, because on his watch, the people of this country don't feel secure. They feel insecure. And he is not the Minister of National Insecurity. He's the Minister of National Security. He has a job, an obligation, a duty. The first priority of any government is to create a situation where people feel secure and they feel safe. We know that there is no complete safety. But in a free and democratic society, we accept a certain amount of risk. We accept a certain amount of crime. But this is out of hand. in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we need to look around at our neighbors in the region and see that the situation is not the same as they are here. And then you ask yourself why it is that in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are from year to year, that the homicide and the number of people being murdered, being killed, and mostly by gunshot. You know, we don't make guns here. Where are they coming from? We don't make ammunition here. Where are they coming from? Why is it that we are unable to stem the flow and to make it so that, people don't have access to these things? But it is heartbreaking for my country. Those people who are abroad, I know, who are looking in and seeing it from the outside, they're wondering, can I go back to St. Vincent and the Grenadines? We need you to come back. We need you to do what you can to help us to put this country back on course to be a productive, prosperous, safe country again. We can't have a situation where every year you're wondering, well, how many more? In the last 3 years, thus far, 141 people, mostly young people, were killed. But there's a lot of people.
A lot.
And
a lot of spill off, Dr. Friday.
Huh?
A lot of spill off because some is brother. A lot of spill off. And
there's like a whole generation of people that we're losing, all that potential to contribute to our development is lost because they go down the path of crime, and very often they lose their lives, and it seems like it is just becoming part of routine in the St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where we must not accept that. Again, I call on the Minister of National Security, I call on the government, I call on the Commissioner of Police to demonstrate that they understand the crisis that we have in this country. Don't pretend it is not. Using fancy language and words and definitions don't take the problem away. You can't define this away. This is real. This is people's lives that are being lost. This is people's sense of security being violated. This is our country that is at stake. This lawlessness that is creeping, that has crept in. And the not just lawlessness where people come and they thief this and they take that, they took something from you and so forth. This is the highest, most serious type of offense. Homicide, where one person kills another person. 3 years, the last 3 years thus far, 141 people bought. Think of that number. Go back to the last 5 years, add it up. That is a lot of young people who have been destroyed.
And a lot of, Friday, a lot of people leaving people behind. But not only that, the last two killing over the weekend. You mentioned it, but I want to go back to it. This is the Young Island dock for people always busy, lots of activity. Basically, it's one road down into the dock and one road up. And somebody could think that in broad daylight, 9 o'clock in the morning, I could drive down there, get out of vehicle, go shoot somebody, leave a message, go back in driveway. And then on Sunday, 12 after 12 in the broad daylight in public, you just go and you just shoot somebody. And most of these people, they don't seem to be like a panic to get away. It's like, let's just shoot and go about our business because we're not going to get caught. The government not interested in catching us, so we're good.
Well, that's the crux of the matter there, If you have a very high number of these homicides are not solved, nobody's held accountable, then it is, it gives license almost for people to do it because they feel that they will not be held accountable to it. And that is where I think the Minister of National Security, the Commissioner of Police need to come to the public and say, guys, listen, we understand the crisis situation we're in. Here are the measures that we intend to adopt. Don't just pretend like this is some passing thing where you have a few young fellas getting they're going on the wrong side and they're doing this and they're destroying themselves. They are people too. They're children of people in our communities. They're people who have at one time been doing the right thing. and many of them go on to leave children and family members. The whole idea is to try and make those people more productive and to give opportunities so that people can feel that they can do the right thing, stay on the right course, and succeed in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that is where the problem lies, is that so many people feel that this country is failing them. And a lot of them, the way they respond is they leave the first opportunity they get. They go to someplace else. And I don't just mean Canada and the US. Other parts of the Caribbean are seen as much greener pastures than here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Why we get left behind? And then those who stay, many of them get into violence and take the wrong path, a destructive path to themselves and to our community, to our country. And that potential that was there now is used for ill rather than for good. That is something that we have to arrest. Otherwise, we become a country that will be more and more lawless than it is now, where hope is lost, where young people feel that they're better off leaving the country than staying. That's why St. Vincent and the Grenadines, our population is going down, you know. Our country, we are losing our young people, we're losing our productive people, and the government seems to have no answer. They have no answer. The Minister of Agriculture, for God's sake, agriculture is one of the key pillars of our economy. And you know, I have put forward, we in the Democratic Party, we have put forward a plan to revitalize the economy of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because we know a country cannot function without an economy. You can't beg and borrow everything. When you beg and borrow, you should invest it in things that will then allow our people to become more productive and be able to make a living for themselves. That means agriculture, tourism, the blue economy, which is fishing, yachting, and the Oklahoma Marina. Those things we are going to revitalize. And of course, the new economy that we have spoken about, making the handicraft industry, the information technology centers, sports, entertainment, the creatives, all of these activities, to give them more support so that they can become more than culture, that they can also become businesses, they can become a livelihood for many people. That is what we aim to do. You can't have a country without that. You can't just have big projects and so forth, and you're borrowing, you're begging everything, and you don't know how those projects are going to change lives. How are they going to make people better off? So we have this Minister of Agriculture. You've seen the videos that I put out there, and others have, of the greenhouses up at Montreal. But I keep coming back to that. I want the people to understand this. This is critically important. Those greenhouses and all the other ancillary stuff that was given to us by the European Union, costing something like over $37 million we got in grants. And they were built, and they're now left there in ruin, you know, not being used, not being utilized, and other things that were supposed to be done as part of that. And the important thing is, God, that was supposed to point us in the direction of where our agriculture needs to go. So if that fails, then where do we go? If that fails, where do we go? To Venezuela to get 25,000 acres of land? If you can't grow, the problem we have here, you know, the principal problem is not a shortage of land. We know that.
No, there's land here lying idle.
Most of the land that used to be growing something is now in elephant grass. So it's not the problem is not the shortage of land. The problem is the utilization of the land we get here. And this notion, you know, that they're talking, I heard Baker talking about it, and I hope, well, it's not April Fool's Day, so it can be April Fool's joke, but I mean, it just sounds so ridiculous. You can't develop agriculture here, but you want to send people to Venezuela to develop Venezuela agriculture? Yeah? That makes sense?
Madness, huh?
Yeah? You know, I mean, this is what you talk about every Monday morning, so about to come up with some ideas saying that agriculture. No systematic plan for the development of this fundamental part of our economy, that is agriculture. The other day I was at a meeting up in Chapman Village, and I said to the people, We have given you this commitment. It's not just as a matter of me saying something that I like to say, or because I want to be, I want to be good to farmers here, but that's not the only reason. The main reason is I see it as essential to developing the economy of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And so we have to do all that we can to make it happen. And that is changing and improving the techniques by which we farm, providing security for the farmers so that people who thief this stuff, we call it predial larceny, and go sell them for half price, that they're held accountable so that we could cut that down so farmers could feel secure, planting the stuff up in the hills and go home and come back and it's still there. When the watermelons ripen, that they're still there. When you're planting and your banana and so on, they're still there. You could go and harvest them and sell them, make a living, turn around and replant. But if you go and you plant and somebody else reaping, how agriculture will go forward. So those are some of the things that we have put forward. And they're not complicated. All you need is for somebody to believe, a minister of agriculture and a government to believe that it can work. And then you work with the farmers. And you say, listen, guys, there are so many. I had a meeting the other day with the South Korean ambassador, a part of the courtesy call. Normally these things take we talk for half an hour, 45 minutes. But this meeting went on for about an hour and a half because the gentleman was very engaging. And I want to thank him for the time that he spent and the input that he gave, because we were talking a lot about agriculture. We talk a lot about fisheries, about productive things that we can do to improve St. Vincent and the Grenadines economy. And I was picking his brain because, these days, South Korea is a very successful country, and trying to figure out what ways we can, what resources we can, leverage at some point in the future when we form government to be able to make this thing work. I'm looking for all kinds of opportunities. There's no silver, there's no magic solution. It's hard work. It's taking every single opportunity we can to help our farmers to do better, to feed the roads. We were promised a roads revolution by this government 2 years ago. You remember that? In the budget, they talk about roads revolution.
Road budget too.
Yeah? And a roads East St. George budget. And you go around the country and you see the roads are getting worse, not better. The farmers, the roads that the farmers need to get into their lands and bring their commodities out, their produce out. They have not been repaired. So it's all talk, all promises, and no delivery. So I want the people of this country to understand and to know. I hear now they start measuring. Somebody tell me, they're measuring here, up in Greg's and in various places where the roads are returned to dirt, basically. Everywhere you go now, they're measuring. Because they want to show something doing. I talked to comments the other day, you see the road down in by Edinburgh, they start paving it now. They don't pave up in front of his office going past the cemetery. That started in 2017. So how can you trust and believe that these guys are serious? They see election coming. So you're going to see them fellas coming all over the place. And I want our people to be on the lookout and the guard for it. Don't be fooled by this. They're taking people for granted. They're taking people for fools. They're going to come and they're going to measure and they say, we're going to start the work. And sure, they can send a truck out and they're going to dig up the ground and so forth. And then 3 or 4 years later, it is still in government, nothing is done. This is the time for us to say enough is enough. Too long in that, as a friend told me yesterday. We know your story. We know your game plan. You come in here, you say you're going to fix it, by all means, go ahead and fix it. But don't think that means that I believe that you're going to get it done and that I am going to vote for you again because of that. Because we have a better alternative, which is in the New Democratic Party. That is the most popular party in this country. And the people are burning for change, Bert, and we are not going to disappoint them. All I ask them to do is to do your part. Don't be afraid to go out and vote. When the time comes, do it. We will do everything we can to secure the vote, to make sure that your vote counts. And we are doing that now. So when you go out, you do it, and especially the young people. Don't sit this out. Too many of your friends and brothers are being killed, are being lost in this terrible environment in which we have created here, not we, but the government has allowed to fester in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Too much of that is happening. So we have to put a halt to it, and we have to turn things around. The only way that we're going to do it, because they've been there long enough, you could judge them not by what I say, but judge them by their track record, what they have done and what they have failed to do. And then you will see that the choice is clear, that you have to get rid of them and bring new ideas, new commitment, and a government that will deliver. When I say we will do something, we will deliver. If it does not get delivered in the time frame, we will say why it hasn't, but we will deliver. But, this present government is one of promises, empty promises. I mean, you have the cruise ship. Did they open Fort Charlotte?
I don't think so. I heard a list. I was trying to get a copy of the list of all the places that were closed. And I heard it in another program, and they were listing out and saying, but this don't make sense. A taxi driver was complaining.
Well, they should.
So free, the Lookout, I think the Fort Charlotte.
Well, they will have to take.
Places
they should be pressing their case with the government. They have to be creative in the ways in which they say to them, listen, this is unacceptable. This is my living. The cruise ship season starting. I want to be able to take people up to Montreal Gardens. I want to be able to take people to Fort Charlotte. I want to go, they fixed the Belmont Lookout, Drongard Villa and so forth.
That was one that was listed as closed.
No, I don't know if it's still closed. I know that they rebuilt it.
But this was fixed.
Last season it was closed. All of last season it was closed.
I don't understand.
The work that was done, because I passed by there several times. The work that was done to repair it was done after the cruise ship season. So now it should be available. But the taxi drivers and the bus operators and so forth, guys, let your voices be heard, because this is your living, this is your livelihood. Last week, Sunday, not Sunday gone, Sunday before, you had a cruise ship coming, had to leave. I know people who plan and organize themselves for that day to go and make a dollar in transporting people. And you have a situation where the cruise ship turns around.
Dr. Friday, just a second. I'm calling, just hold a minute. We'll take the call.
Unacceptable. Absolutely. So the people, the stakeholders, you got to let your voices heard. Don't just leave it up to me and to my colleagues. Yes, we will be supporting. Yes, we will champion your cause. But it's so much more authentic and so much more powerful when you also, take action for yourselves and speak up and do what you can to make sure that the government does not take you for granted and think they could just willy-nilly close things, change things, and then feel that somehow you have to take it because them name government and you're just a taxi driver. Yeah, but I think you got a call.
Good afternoon. Thanks for holding.
Good afternoon, Lord.
Good afternoon.
You know what they're doing?
Dr. Friday is with us, eh? Dr. Friday is with us. Hello? Are you hearing me?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Edinburgh. Wrong ugly the governors and thing that they're giving for the people that the house is damaged. They're taking that to say that is when they give the governors, you have to vote for them. That is not right.
That is not right at all. And so the people should know that this is money that we voted in the parliament. This is taxpayers' money. This is not ULP money.
Yes.
So when you get the assistance, you use it for the purpose intended and don't feel that you have to vote for them for that.
Yeah, and tell them it's not their money, it's the taxpayers' money.
I supported that in the parliament. My entire caucus enthusiastically we said, no, the people have suffered from Hurricane Beryl. We need to give them some assistance. That assistance has been slow in getting to people. It's been slow. But when it gets there, don't feel that somehow you're obliged to give them your vote because they give you this. It's not that. It's your own money coming back to you as a taxpayer.
Yes, not fair. It's not fair because the people then say, so give me such X and X amount of material, so I giving them my vote. That is not fair.
Nonsense. That's the way they like to portray it, and that's why they have people who should have no business in giving out or handling any of this stuff because this is government stuff involved in doing that.
No, it's not.
Promising that.
Yeah.
And I as a representative, I as a leader of the opposition, I can't promise them anything from government because they feel like, this is their thing. But in fact, we voted for it. So what I say is go and press a case. You need something, you've been damaged, push it Go to Nemo, go to housing, keep pushing until you get what is yours because it is yours. We voted for it in the parliament. It ain't belong to no government minister, it ain't belong to no politician and the UL beside it's yours. It's people owned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
So we have to keep pounding that in the head. It's not
Thanks,
big up.
man. That's right. I think they're smart enough to know that.
Yeah.
But thanks a lot.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Hello. I think they was all right. Thanks. Thanks for your call. Yes, Dr. Very interesting observation there. I've heard about that in terms of, and we had the case where the gentleman had called in from down in Nature's constituency and saying that people came back for galvanizing, came back for this. We have heard it in other areas where persons are saying they're being overlooked simply because
it's happening, but there are too many credible reports of that for us to pretend it's not happening. It is happening. So what I say to people is don't let that stop you from going and demanding the assistance that is yours. Go and press your case with housing and with Nemo and Bragg.
Thanks, Olin. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you both, and good afternoon to you, my Prime Minister, Dr. Friday. And
Yes, sir.
The Prime Minister of this country. Good day. Now, like I answer that lady Doc, I answer her well, and she could understand because, and she got the idea too, well, because it's when she go to the shop and whether she buy chicken or whatever. Well, let me look for a available item. Let me say, well, things like dashing, because if you buy from a supermarket, things like dashing, they are charged VAT and those. So when she pays that and those things, that is the money that coming back to her, to them, that they will get.
Yeah, absolutely. $136.4 million we approved in the supplementary estimates in the parliament to go towards barrier relief.
And don't stop pressing it. Don't stop pressing it to the people. And let us get it in our heads. Let us get it into our heads. No.
So, are you interested in this? Where's the story about this 125,000 acres?
Well, that's where I come back to know that. Because I need education, because I don't know everything. I call back, I need education because I don't know if I know geography, because I hear he say now it's climate change. Causing them has to go to pick up 25,000 acres of land in Venezuela. After they have already. After they, my brother.
Let me apologize, but you sure you heard right? I mean, this sounds like a cartoon thing. You sure you heard right, Beggar?
Well, the tape is out there, I believe.
Well, I've heard the tape, man. I ain't saying you're lying, but I can't believe it. Big sense where people get up on a Sunday and said that. But go ahead.
But I consulted a scientist when I heard it, but the scientist consulted me because immediately I put up a post on Facebook with it. And he consulted me, which is scientist Bishai. So me and Bishai have already concluded that this whole thing was done by design. Because with that amount of urea that they brought here in St. Vincent and Lego and farmers, that farmers didn't know what to do with it. It ended up back in the sea. And when that happened now, people can't catch sand fish anymore because those urea was so excessive that they had chased away all of the show fish that you could have gone out with seine and catch. So you can't catch robin, you can't catch dodger, you can't catch nothing now these days. So what happened now? Venezuela come to the rescue and now they know fishing for fish. So, but my question, Doc, and you have to answer me now. Maybe me and you could do some research together to know if climate change is only affecting places like St. Vincent and not Venezuela. Because if climate change is what Soboto said yesterday is creating this problem, Soboto, you must remember people listening to you like myself. If climate change is to be blamed for all this, that means how come that we don't have any fish and we can't produce around here because the urea has also destroyed the soil, the farmer's soil. That's the reason why I told people who was working land to me, keep that thing as far as they can from my land there, because I don't want it no way on our land. Do you hear that now? The lands now refuse from also producing now neither too. So that I heard what I heard yesterday, and it's out there in the tape, I am telling you that you could speak after bigger bigs. I am not going to distract anyhow distort any information I get to bring for you that you can use it and anybody could get to laugh. Never happen. Nobody get to laugh after you.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, I saw some something that was posted there. They said from Searchlight.
No, when I post what he said it yesterday on a program yesterday again, and they watch the program.
Well, I would maybe you should call a press conference and outline exactly how the hell this is going to happen and how does this improve agriculture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? How does farming land in Venezuela improve agriculture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? You explain that to me. That one takes more than a genius to understand that. Huh?
Because
thank you very much, Doc. You are the leader. You do what you have to do. You're the leader. I will follow. You're the leader. You have a wonderful evening.
Let me read it.
What we have said that we have agriculture as one of the pillars of the economy. So what am I supposed to tell people that will go to Venezuela and get the land?
It said St. Vincent food producers can access 25,000 acres of land in Venezuela for joint investment. An agreement that would offer Vincentian access to 25,000 acres of land in Venezuela for joint was recently signed between this country, Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
That's the link that I saw. But that's not enough information. I want to hear. Anyway, boy, I tell you, when you hear about run out of ideas, then you can tell that this government they're scratching.
So you're your NDP team, Doc. Take it away. I'll take it away. I follow along with that.
Thank you, brother. Thanks. Here you have a situation where this government they've lost any sense of any plan as to how they're going to they could develop St. Vincent and Grenadines. They're just now grabbing at straws because that's what that is. First they said that we're going to import fish. We can't, why we can't? We're trying to develop fishing industry in St. Vincent. They're saying that we ain't producing enough fish here. We have to import fish from Venezuela. With Venezuela now become the source of everything, But we have this government. What is happening here? They have lost confidence in our people. They have no real belief that the people of this country can develop the country for themselves.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Doctor, I have two calls. I'm going to take the person on the landline first. The person on the Magic Jack, you just hold for me a minute,
Go
please.
ahead.
Okay?
I say we'll listen.
Okay, person on the landline, good morning. Good afternoon.
Morning, Brother Ball.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Brother Ball. Good afternoon, my
Dr. Hazelwood, good afternoon. I get your promotion there.
Right. I was listening to Mr. Sabato Caesar on a program a couple of weeks ago. And what he said we go have to the press from Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
But he did not tell me that he is donor the fish from Venezuela. Because all the fish, the guy way in charge, we had of the fish in Brazil and Grenadine. He said they go out to fishing. And when they come back in and go by the market, we sell the fish. The guy by they meet a boat, they loading fish to the market, then boat to the fishing complex there. And the guy tell them they want for them fish, we can't put them fish, so they're getting cheaper fish. So battleships have been done out of the fish. So the guy say you have to turn away with their fish where they catch.
Really? Yeah, that I hope that is that is not the case, because that sounds. There's what I don't doubt you that the information that you got, but that just sounds to me so ridiculous, because they're saying that they're gonna buy fish from Venezuela because we don't have fish here. So if you go and you're trying to market fish and they tell you no, they can't get because they have fish from somewhere else, from Venezuela, and it's cheaper. That is undermining the local market. Exactly. When I want fish here, I go and I engage the fishermen, the local guys here, and I get fish, good quality fresh fish at the price that they sell for. I ain't not gonna depress the price of the people, because I know the costs that they have and the fuel costs and all of those things. We all understand that, and so there are people here, they're willing to work. But you got to give them the support to do it. You can't now go and say that
Let's turn them away with for them fish until the fish put them fish today. They get sheet of it
I'll
from
try and get on
Venezuela.
to him to update that. Thanks
Yeah,
very much.
all right. That
Okay,
sounds
thanks. Okay, Dr. Fred, you have somebody else holding.
outrageous to me.
Good afternoon. Are you still there? Personally, Magic Jack, are you still there? Not the Magic Jack, the WhatsApp. Okay, that person, they seem to have left. You could call back. You can call back. Somebody was on the WhatsApp, not Magic Jack. You can call back. But that is interesting because I suspect, and it would be interesting to see where this so-called cheaper fish was caught.
Yeah, I would like to have. I want to find
I
out.
would suspect it's in our water, but that is only a suspicion. It's our water with using the same larger vessels that we've been saying, the New Democratic been saying for years. That is the way to go. So, I mean, obviously, if you're going out with bigger vessels for a longer time and you're bringing in more fish, you could afford to sell at a cheaper rate. But to turn away our own people, I will double check on that.
That's
To turn away
good.
our own
So
people.
if anybody, Mr. Hazelwood, thanks for raising it. But if anybody has any additional information regarding that, I would really love to hear them call in, at least subsequently to get in touch with me. That is
Yeah, I try when I take the break, get on to a friend there from the Fisherman Association because this is craziness. Dr. Fridays, we speak about the pillars and we speak about agriculture. Don't you think by now, I know it's not your government, but don't you think by now they need to do something about the Ministry of Agriculture, put in somebody who has plans and programs or people who have plans? It's really amazing. Every Monday we have new killing and then we have some new plan for agriculture that lasts until the next Monday. And then the next Monday we have a new plan, whether it be dasheen, then it was nutmeg, now it's fish, then it's land available. I mean, it sounds like madness.
Well, it sounds like the minister there is in the Ministry of Agriculture and the way in which he's functioning, that is really his political death knell. That this is something that keeps him from shining because this ministry, which really should be one of our leading, we have some of the most well educated and well trained people in the Ministry of Agriculture, and they want to be able to do their work. They want to earn their paycheck at the end of the month, not sitting down and have ideas to do things and they can't get it done. This is something that we need to get as you quite rightly say, to a new minister of agriculture that comes with a new government from the New Democratic Party that has a plan and a belief, a genuine belief that agriculture can contribute to the economic development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The way in which this present government is doing, just a notion that you're going to leave here and go somewhere else. If this story, if that is what it means, to go there and farm somewhere else, that tells you that you don't believe you can do farming here.
The story said that we will be providing food for the entire Alba family. And they have a nice picture with some nice signing agreement. I mean, this is.
Saboti can do better than that. This is
really. What the ministry have been told.
This is making him look really, really foolish.
Well, maybe it's all a plan because I've been told that the agriculture workers who Senator Bruce raised, I think he was saying 5 fortnights, and him now is 7 fortnights. They have not been paid, and people.
They have not been paid. Somebody told me last week that they're committed to paying them. I don't know.
Yeah, they're committed, but I heard they were not paid, and I'm also hearing when they whatever it is go down from the Ministry of Agriculture to the Ministry of Finance, that it's scuffed upon and deliberately or accidentally or whatever not paid. So I don't know. That's their internal problem. They'll have.
But I mean, who are the people who are not being paid? These are ordinary agricultural workers. These are people who are on the low rung of the employment ladder in the Ministry of Agriculture. You know, why are you taking advantage of these people? They
And
need the
people-
money. They need that money from day to day. Usually you get that money, don't spend before you get
Why
it.
is it really paid?
Yeah?
Because
Come on. This is unconscionable. This is wickedness. I mean, how could you not pay these people for how many fortnights?
7. I don't believe that 7 twos or 24.
Come on.
6 fours or 24.
You can't really
That's
care.
almost half a year. That can't be
You
possible.
can't
How
care
are
about
they
people.
surviving?
And cost of living being what it is, where people you have to, as I say, for those people that money don't spend before they get it.
Yeah, and
they're withholding it for 6, 7 my
And you know, Dr. Friday, it's worse. If you're getting pay and you're paying your bills and your money small, that is bad enough. But when you don't get pay on time, you tend
what are you
to
supposed to do?
build up more expense than you normally plan for, you know, because you have to borrow
What
money.
are they supposed to do? What do you want those people to do? But ask, and I mean, what do you want those people to do? How are they going to put bread on the table? They come out and work. Pay them on time. When they don't pay them on time, they should pay them interest for holding their money over time.
Yeah. I guess they'll get handout. Somebody said Fort Charlotte not exactly open. They just allow visitors in temporarily while work still going on, and the portable toilet not suitable for tourists, so they way behind time.
That's terrible. It's terrible. I was up there a couple of 2-3 weeks ago, and
Yeah, I remember you up there.
It didn't look like they were going to be open. They want to sit at the opening because they say they're going to open this season. They give some idea that it's open. They're trying to muddy the water by saying that people come. But who taxi driver can carry people up there when you can't? You know, you can't walk around freely. That people still walking in there, and you have the toilet facilities are not working. And so, I mean, it's a real terrible disgrace that for so long, so many years, this is something they could have fixed in one season.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done it because they don't care. The taxi drivers don't matter to them because, you know, others getting the salary. The taxi drivers got to go and hustle. But people in the ministry, they're getting the salary.
So that's
no matter what.
You know, somebody said, but that is why they're begging for workers, because when people go out to work, they're not paying the workers. And the parents say, oh, plenty work, but plenty work, but you have to get paid. People are reluctant to work for this government, including contractors who would hire
Contractors, and
Because
not only that, for renting. You know, when they want people to go and stay there for emergency, people won't rent the house because they're not getting the money.
They're not getting the money. So
I know some cases here in Beckwith where that has been the problem. And they're not delivering on what they promise people. And the need that is there. They're just simply pretending. They want to pretend that it's not existing. But the people who are hurting, they're feeling it daily. And they have to do better than that because, as I said, we voted in the parliament $136.4 million for burial relief. And we said that if there's an additional need, you know, once it's demonstrated, of course we'll support it because people have to get back up on the feet. But the government is not delivering. As so many of the promises that they have made, they're failing to deliver. And we come to a time now when more promises will be made. As I said, they're going to come and start scratching the road here and there. They're going to measuring this drain, measuring this gutter, measuring this bridge. And all of that stuff will be going on. And you will think something is happening. But don't fall for it, my dear people. Do not fall for it. When the people come, just smile and go on your way. Leave them to do what they have to do. When I come into government, we will take care of those things because we want to see things get better. We want the farmers to be able to access their lands. We want them to be able to get their commodities, their produce to market efficiently so that they could sell them in a way that they could make a profit from them. We want to develop the economy. We believe in the people of this country. We want the people. We will invest in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in the people of this country. Farmers, fisherfolk. It don't have to be people with university degrees and all of that. Them are not the only people deserving of the attention and the resources of the state to be able to develop themselves. They're not the only persons who can contribute to the development of the country. We need everybody to contribute. And so we have to make it possible for them. You can't give up on them. You can't give up on farmers. You can't give up on the fisher folk. You can't give up on the construction workers. We have to be able to provide opportunities to them. All those people involved in the handicraft industry, tourism coming, this tourist season starting now. What assistance is there in a deliberate and systematic way to help these people to be able to sell their stuff, to produce and sell their stuff, to market them, to have a branding so that it raises the appeal of these crafts that we make in this country. This is one of the things again that I discussed with the South Korean ambassador when we met last week. Because these are I'm trying to find ways and assurances from people that if we do certain things, that we will be able to get assistance necessary to develop this country. Because I'm looking for ways to help our people to be able to make a living, to be able to to earn something for themselves, to be the subjects, not just the they are the ones who are going to create the growth and development in this country. You don't have to depend on somebody else to come inside and do it. You don't have to go out and farm somebody else's land to do it, or buy fish and produce from somebody else. When we can produce, say, let's produce it. What we need to import, we'll import. We're a small, open economy. We know that. We know all the economics of that. But the point is, we know what our limitations are, and we know what our possibilities are. Let us focus on developing the possibilities and not just get carried away with the limitations and abandon the people of this country to a bleak future. So then you have young people who they just basically check out. They want to leave the country, or they get themselves involved in things that eventually destroys them and destroys the hope and promise that their families had for them and for their communities, bring pain and suffering. We have to bring back hope to this country, board, and that is what
definitely
the government will do. That is what I want to do as a leader of the New Democratic Party and as a Prime Minister of this country. We will work daily, every day. I promise you that, to be able to make things better for the people, to produce, to work for those who want to work, and to do so in a way that compensates properly for the labor that you put into it. It's no part of, no, we have the lowest wages in the region. We have to raise those things. So it's not just creating jobs, it's creating jobs that pay well. At the Hall, Marina, and Shipyard, remember I said this, is one of those areas you can have very high-skilled workers, highly paid jobs. We are going to redevelop that within the first term of an NDP government. So that all the ferry services and all the boats that walk down the islands, they will have a place to go to do their repairs. They don't have to go to Grenada and to Trinidad. But also, for our skilled people coming out of the technical colleges, you have a chance now to find work that is really worthy of the training that you've had and will pay you well-paid jobs, so that those people will be able to look after their families. That's what I want to see happen, and that's what we will create for.
Okay. Dr. Friday, we passed the break. We're going to take the break and come back. So thanks. Until then, we'll be back.
All right.
Okay. All right, thanks a minute.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good. That good. When you shop at Massy Stores. That good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
Okay, Max, if I'm going to steal Christmas this year, I'll need a smart TV to keep an eye on the who's, a smartphone to call for backup, cash, and a stove to bake this ham. Seriously, I can get all this for free if I sign up for Flow.
We're Christmasing with thousands of gifts even the Grinch would love. Sign up for a postpaid mobile bundle or high-speed broadband and win big every week. Visit discoverflow.co now.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other healthcare products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
Randy's Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy's Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy's Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
What time it is?
Christmas time. Christmas time.
Surely, Christmas is a time of healing. And what better time it is for cleaning? So this Christmas, VinciClean is here to help with dusting, wiping, bathrooms and bedrooms, kitchen, dining, in fact, for all kinds of floor, new and old. Call now and book early for all your Christmas cleaning. It's VinciClean, VinciClean, VinciClean. Telephone 431-1360, 492-0586 or 4571649 and have a VinciClean Christmas.
I say we know it's Christmas time. Christmas time.
Introducing Kitty Care Plus Picoactin Syrup and Mimglobin Liquid from Maya Organics PVT Limited. Kitty Care Plus is an optimum nutrient for growing children. It promotes physical growth and enhances intellectual performance. Picoactin Syrup has a synergistic combination of cyproheptadine and B vitamins that help to improve appetite and body weight. And Mimglobin Liquid helps to optimize growth and builds immunity. Get yours today. Kitty Care Plus, Picoactin Syrup, and Mimglobin Liquid. Available at leading supermarkets and pharmacies. Agent Bowman's Pharmacy. Call 456-2235.
Get value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors. Shop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in one. Hop into our convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. Visit our mechanic shop for a specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment at our garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Arnesville Main Road. Drive on up. Reliability, convenience, and variety. Richardson Motors is your #1 stop.
CK Graves and Company is the #1 supermarket. 100% intention. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're #1. CK Graves and Company, and we are Vincent Johns, a supermarket for you and me.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO aged rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO aged rum. World class in a glass.
Bonnedy Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bonnedy Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bonnedy Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonnedy Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide.
21 minutes after the 1 o'clock, are you listening to the Newtimes program for Monday the 18th of November? I'm your host, Clement But Francois. Thanks for joining me. We'll soon be joined by Dr. Friday. Just to remind you of some upcoming events, so keep those in mind. We have the Raffles East Kingston. I keep saying raffle. Bingo should be on the 6th of December, Friday the 6th of December. And on Saturday, the 6th of December, we have the President Dinner at Sunset Shows, and it's a fundraising event. So contribution, $250. You can assist and help anybody. If you can't make it, you can also contribute by sponsoring a loyal supporter, somebody like that. Or you could just buy 4 tickets if you have a former company, and we can give those out. All right? So don't forget that also the West Kingston raffle will be joined on the same day.
No, actually, but it's the 7th.
Vision. You have a time for 2 in Mustique. So you have that romantic weekend. You have an iPhone. So you have all those gifts. All right? South Windward, and I will confirm again, should be having a meeting this Saturday at Provianville. That's the 23rd. You can look forward to that event. Don't forget on the 29th, it's not Windward. Young Dems on the move. They're having a barbecue, fish, pork, chicken from 10 a.m. Go out and support that. All right, so you have all those events to look forward to. I trying to get back my screen and not sure what I did wrong here. Anyhow, We
I'm
still
back
we
in.
have Dr. Friday back with us.
Mhm.
Trying to get back up on the main screen. Not sure what I did wrong there, but to see. So, Dr. Friday,
Yes,
welcome back.
I
Yes,
just
sir.
want to make a correction. The president's dinner, which we call it, is awards and fundraising dinner. It's on the Saturday the 7th.
Yeah. What I
Yes.
said the
Yes.
wrong day?
You said it, well, you said the right day, but the wrong date. I think you said the 6th.
Oh, okay. So Saturday the 7th. The 6th, no, the 6th was supposed to be the bingo for East Kingston.
Okay.
I'll get some more confirmation on that.
Yes.
Yes.
And I just want to encourage, we are a political party and we have a few fundraising events throughout the year. Individual constituencies do. As you know, my local constituency here in Northern Grenadines, we have the Grand May Day Fair, which is our main fundraising activity for the year. But also, um, East Kingstown, they have the bingo. Major recently had the boat ride and the various other activities that he does. Cummings now has his um, raffle that is coming up for West Kingstown. So we urge members of the public to support, please, even if you're, for example, for the dinner coming up, the President's Dinner on the 7th of December. We've been having this annually for a number of years now. It'd be nice if you, even if you are not available because you are, it's December, lots of things happening on that in that month. But buy a couple of tickets and sponsor somebody. Maybe some of our stalwarts who might find that the contribution is a bit steep for them. It doesn't intend it to keep anybody out, but what we intend, it's only 200 tickets, is for people who are able to manage it. They can contribute to us as our fundraising events, but if they choose to, they can sponsor, one or two tickets for various persons who we would love to see there as well. But they find that they can't afford the tickets. But it's the whole point of it is to get persons who can afford. And I think that there are a lot of people in this country who make a contribution of 250 to 200 tickets. That's something that we should be able to manage. So I'm just asking my friends out there, those are professionals, business people, and so forth, to support this event. There are tickets available at the NDP headquarters and from our treasurer, Luan Hathaway, and it will be on Saturday the 7th at Sunset Shores. It's usually a wonderful event. The food's fantastic, the ambiance. It's a great way for us to end the year because we all come together and share each other's company. But also, it's an opportunity for us to raise some funds to continue to do the work of the party. And we look forward to it. Look forward to you being there. Be a part of it. Please support. Only 200 tickets, so grab them as soon as you can because that's, I think, is the capacity of the venue for this particular event. So please purchase them. I would love to see you there. If you can't, then give the ticket to somebody who well deserving, who would love to come and have a fun day, a fun evening with me, Mrs. Friday, and various other members of the executive committee and parliamentary representatives. They'll all be there. It'll be a wonderful event. So thank you so much.
Okay, Dr. Friday, I'm gonna read some text first. Then somebody had sent a question in, some clarification on an issue with the opening of the Holiday Inn. I want to address that also. It's about Ralph begging for people to walk like people stupid. Look how the police them work as security. How long now and can't get paid. So what make Ralph think poor people leave from rum shop to go work when they see police can't get paid? You see why crime high in St. Vincent's when people owe people and they can't get paid. Let Ralph carry his children to fill in the job because he will make sure they get paid when work is done. It's election now, so he will want to pay. I think they basically saying, well, the police work, they didn't get paid, but guarantee other persons have that they will also.
Not only didn't get paid, but he had the goal at the independence address to say that they were giving basically $500,000 to the police, when in fact the people said that they owe them $800,000 for work that they did. This is not handout. This is the work that they've done. We made the agreement. You're gonna pay me. You don't come and say now you're giving some handout to police. It's not that. And the amount that was being claimed was 800,000, but they said there was 500,000. So they're not even getting the amount that the police claimed. And to have the gall to say that they're giving this to police as some sort of handout, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Okay, I also want to remind persons centrally, the young Dems, they would have a mix and mingle or Leeward Fun Affair on Sunday, November the 24th, that this Sunday, hosted by Conroy Huggins. Game, you have football, you have netball, game time 2 p.m. Lots of prizes, food and drinks, sports, music.
And again, everybody in the area and people from Fatherfield, go and support. Conroy is doing a fantastic job in Central Leeward. He's going to open that place, because he's a man from the community, from Curtains. He's been a football player, found the football team. He's integrated and entrenched. He's a community-spirited person and very highly respected, highly regarded, wonderful individual to come forward and give service to the people of Central Leeward and the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So please go out and support and get a chance to meet him too, chat with him briefly because he's very approachable. You want to talk to him, the first thing you want to do is keep you in long conversation. So please go and do so. Well done, Conroy.
Right. Somebody had asked earlier about the opening of the Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
NIS involvement and whether they will get back the money, and if you care to comment on the opening. I also heard that the opposition was not invited. Is that any true in?
Well, I didn't receive any invitation. It was done. I suppose government or ULP thing, but the point is, both. I don't want to see this fail. This is government money. This is NAS money. I want to see it succeed. I want to see it succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But the way in which sometimes they do these things, it's almost as if, they don't want any goodwill from anybody. They don't want your support and your prayers to make sure to help it to succeed. But I want it to succeed. I want it to be able to offer accommodation so that we can have a greater number of persons coming here. The airlines, they look at the number of rooms you have available. If you don't have enough rooms to provide accommodations for 2 or 3 flights a week, they ain't gonna come. So that is what I want to see happen. It is a whole year overdue, because I remember last year the Camilo Gonzalez, Minister of Finance, had said wanted to bet me that we were going to open in, I think, November, December last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we are here now. I mean, they had the formal opening. That don't mean that it's open for business, but we'll see. We hope that the NIS, whatever investment, the NIS hasn't come out very clear and said what they have invested and what they intend to get. They owe people this as well, explanation. You can't just be hearing things by the by and picking up little bits of information from government here and there. The NIS is holding people's retirement income as they're in a sacred trust. They're supposed to invest it in a way that protects that money and grow it so that we could have a sustainable pension scheme going forward. So they have a duty as well to explain to people, this is how much we've invested, this is why we've invested this amount of money, and this is what we expect to see over the next 5 or 10 years. Say, okay, 5 years we're not going to make any money, but we think in the long term it's a sound investment. Then, that's a matter for the investment committee to make a judgment on. But you can't just make it some sort of a handshake or some begging arrangement with the government saying, no, you have to do this. My understanding is that the land in which the place is down is an NS land, and that was part of the contribution NS made in the hotel. But we all have to wish that it succeeds, because I don't want taxpayers of this country to have without money to then have to go and pay the loan and then pay to operate a losing concern. That would not be development for our country.
Definitely. Okay, it's 1:32, and we could still take a few quick calls. You can call at me, give you the numbers again, 784456567. The Magic Jack 718-7345-6967. 615. We also have the WhatsApp 498. That's 498 3802. 498 3802. Let me take this call. Dr. Freddy, just hold. Good afternoon, Newtimes.
Good afternoon, Francois.
Hey, good afternoon. This is Gert.
Good afternoon, Dan.
Yes, good afternoon, caller. How are you doing?
Now, but one of the things that we're going to do to fight crime, we're going to put a new police station to what the Holiday Inn.
They put a police station out there too?
Yeah, the building that the people who was building the hotel was staying in, they're going to make it the newest police station in St. Vincent. That was said by the Minister of Finance.
So the Stubbs police station going there?
They didn't mention it. Say it will be the newest police station in St. Vincent will be located in that building where the people who were building the hotel was staying. Yeah. That was on the news this morning. So I heard it on the news this morning.
Well, that's still in South Windward. They haven't done anything about repairing the original police station. They are any moment renting a dwelling house, and if you know the outside of that look horrible, so maybe they're switching the Stubbs police station to that location. But it's interesting though that it's not often in these small countries the police station tend to be located somewhere central in the middle of the communities. So that will be next to the hotel, but it will be a little distance, isolated from Stubbs and those other areas. I don't know.
Well, that might be an additional one to the Stubbs police station.
But the Stubbs station is 100 yards away.
No, well, never mind that.
You talk about police stations where they're putting these police stations, they're just renting space wherever they can find rather than building police stations. Same thing happened here in Beckway. They have the police station they used to rent from Rochester one time, then they move it up to where they have the community center, and they occupy the ground floor of that for years now. And there's a community center, and the government just take it over like if it's there for the police, and no intention, no effort to try and build a proper police station in Paget Farm again, which is just across the road from where the present location of it is in the community center. And there are other places where they, in Central Leeward, where it just simply, sometimes it's a place, an opportunity to just, take over a building or have somebody have rent in perpetuity, rather than building a proper, purpose-built police station in a location that it makes sense to locate a police station.
Well, I personally think it was your place there to guard the hotel. That's my take on it.
Well, let's see if more information will be forthcoming on that.
All right then. Okay then. All right. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Okay. The boardwalk bill back as yet?
I should ask you that, but for what I have hearing.
No, I didn't go down this weekend because. Let me tell you personally. Every time I go to the beach, I have to ask the hotel permission to walk through, and my conscience bugged me this weekend, and I say, boy, they must say I bothering them, so I didn't ask. So
from all my inquiries, I haven't heard anybody say they start working on it. So watch and see. Because when I ask someone when the boat bring up the people for the beach, where they go in, they say they go in on the beach and people have to jump off.
Yeah, that's what they do. They bring them up instead of, they used to come by bus, but now they bring them up on some boats. The boat pull in, and the people jump off into the water and come ashore.
Well, remember the boat them used to go up by the docks and them up by and then but since the boardwalk get washed away, you can't, if you can't up the Hanoi to get any beach. And if you have to get any beach, you have to go up on the main road and go right to Rose Cottage and come back down the hill.
Yeah, well, I guess climate change will do something about it. We'll see.
Well, everything is climate change, Everything now is that's the only thing in climate change. Everything.
Well, there's money in climate change, so some people just piggyback on it just because they get money and they just spend from it. But anyway, but the the wharf to the Grenadiers Wharf, that was damaged by Beryl. They started some work on that some time ago. That's creating a real problem for the ferry operators and for people who work there. It was damaged. We understand that it was damaged by Hurricane Beryl, and they started doing some work. I saw a contractor working there. They fenced it around. They took out some of the steel that was damaged there. And then for the last couple of months, nothing has happened. So I don't know what the plan is, but
maybe payment, Doc.
Huh?
Maybe payment.
Whatever it is, they need to get it sorted because there's one berthing facility areas or two that are no longer available, and it's creating a problem for the ferries who are operating there and for customers coming in and out because there's a lot of congestion and doing it. And they started it, they started the work shortly after the hurricane and cleaning it up and removing some of the, but nothing for the past couple of months that is visible that I can see is happening there. So one more of the delay in a series of delays that they have in this present administration. I just want to say something about this again, to advocate on behalf of my constituents here, because although I'm the leader of the opposition, I have to be concerned about the national interests and the policies and programs and so forth overall. I also have a local constituency, and sometimes I feel like I'm not giving them enough attention because I am always away and always in some other constituency dealing with some issues. But people understand that that is the nature of my role that I do now, and I thank them for their understanding. But there's an area last Friday night when we had, not this Friday gone, but the Friday before, a week ago. We had some heavy rain here, a lot of rain in a short period of time. I think you had some of that over the weekend there in mainland, but we had that rain. We had rain like that on last Friday, a week ago, and it damaged retaining wall in the area at La Pompe near to Bluff Road. A retaining wall came down. They have since cleared the road and so forth. I expect there'll be efforts to rebuild that. But there's also two retaining walls further up the village in Broad Road. One will meet a house, Garbert Oliver's house, that came down, and it really threatens, the step and so forth. So he will need some assistance there. But also there's a path that goes along. You go up the hill, turn right, and go across to where to go up by certain homes up the Hobart, Raggy, and other persons living up at the top. That area is inaccessible now because the retaining wall that created that footpath has fallen now, and so it needs to be repaired in order for people to be able to access their homes. The other road up at the top, above that, is a really large, really promising development that was started many years ago. The road was graded when they were trying to create access to what do you call it, a water facility, storage facility that they were putting there because we had a desalination plant in Beckland. They put down in Paget Farm, and they put the storage facility there, so they needed to get in and did some grading. But the road is washed out, and it's now a gutter, so you can't really utilize it at all anymore. So all of these things are projects that really should have been attended to a long time ago. They left them, and they now become big problems. And you know how it is when they say a stitch in time saves 9. And so now they have to do 9, they have to do 10, 11, and 12 stitches in order to get these work done. But I just wanted to put that on the agenda, that those, the retaining walls that were damaged in the rain a week ago, especially the one that affects the footpath that gets up to those homes in above Broad Road, that attention be given to having them repaired soon, because it really is creating a hazard and obstacle for people who live in those areas to access their homes.
Okay, Doc, we're out of time, but what about the repairs from Beryl and so? What's the feedback?
Well, but it's still very slow. You talk to people that tell you they have not heard, they haven't gotten this, they're storing materials and so forth. There is no transparent plan as to who gets what and when and how much. It's just complete mess the way in which this is being done. Terrible organizing. You have Braxa doing some, Nemo doing this, allocating resources. You have housing, and people don't know precisely who is responsible for getting the assistance, when they're going to get it, how much they're going to get. So it's going to slow the process down. Continues. Union Island is where it's worse. Even in Myro, we were there 3 weeks ago. Myro is the situation is you have a few homes that were damaged. They could have fixed all of those things in a couple of months in Myro, but again, very, very poor execution, and it shows that they have no leadership, they have no urgency, they have no real desire or interest in getting these things done quickly on behalf of the people. Christmas is coming up. People want to be back in their homes. The businesses want to get back up to make something from the season, because the government, we voted some money for income support, but that's not going to keep people. It's not going to replace the income that they're losing. It's just it's something to help, and it's not going to continue indefinitely. So the point is to get the businesses back up. A lot of those down in Myro and Canaan, and then in Union Island in particular, none of them has been given the assistance to get back up, and so they're going to lose out on the season. I saw a friend, Righteous, was fixing his place in Myro, where he has a restaurant and shop there, and some friends of his came down from the States to help him to put back on the roof, because he said he can't wait. Can't wait for government assistance, because he got a season to look hard. When people come to Myro, they come to his place, they sit down, have a drink, get something to eat, and so forth. That's what he makes his living by. Until those things, those businesses are back up, the community can't be back up. And so some priority should have been given to them. It's too long now to say it's a priority, but at least the assistance should be given to them now to get themselves back up.
Because I've been hearing a talk from persons complaining, two persons actually told me that they had contractors come in, but then they held off, and one of the talk was that they're not getting paid, so they hold up.
Well, this is true. I heard that when it was in Myra, I heard it in Union Island that the contractors are reluctant to work or stop working because they're not getting paid. I mean, what is the excuse? I said, we voted $136.4 million in the parliament, and some of that money was to go towards exactly this thing. So why are they not getting paid? What are they saving up the money for?
I don't know, but there's a rumor. I plan to check it out, and I know the part that, as I said, rumor that some persons got paid who the government owed for years, and from the check, etc., it seemed like the money was appeared to maybe come from the barrel relief funding, which
let's hope that is not the case.
So let's hope that's not true.
Funds.
That will be.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Dr. Friday, thanks as usual. Any parting word?
But I just want to thank the people who took part in the program today, but also to call on the government again. The situation with homicides, killings, murders, gun shootings, there seems to be a regular thing, broad daylight, as you say, both in the middle of the hot sun. And these things are they're creating a lot of worry and concern for our people. People are feeling unsafe in their country, in their homes. And we need to hear from the police. We need to hear from the Commissioner of Police. We need to hear from the Minister of National Security. We need to see that something is being done. We can't accept this as in the normal in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. 44 homicides so far this year. That is unacceptable. In a population of 100,000 people. It is unacceptable. We have the 7th highest murder rate in the world, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A poor little country like ours. 7th. We're always known for the terrible things. Well, let's turn this around. Get rid of this administration. Put me there of the New Democratic Party, and let us start to deal with the needs of the people from the ground up. Now, we're not highfalutin, big language where you feel it better than people. Talk to the people, find out what they need, and help them. And gradually, we will pull this country out of the abyss that it's sinking into and turn it around so that we can have a viable country with a brighter future, with people feeling that they want to come here, they want to be here, and young people having an opportunity to live productive, well-paid lives here in their home country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That is what we need. That hope is available. It's in the New Democratic Party. My colleagues and I have been working very hard to convince our people throughout in the various constituencies to put forward plans for the development of our economy. The 4 pillars of the economy: agriculture, tourism, the blue economy, and the new economy. These are things that we will work on, because it's only when those things work that the country will be prosperous. We know how to make it happen. We have the will to make it happen. Now we just have to change the government, and that's where you come in. All of us, we can make the change happen. Thanks, bud.
Thank you very much, Dr. Friday, and all the best. Take care. Keep doing the work. Okay, we have come to the end of another Newtimes program. Let me thank you for joining us on the program. Thank Dr. Friday, as usual, for being here every Monday. God spare life. We do appreciate that. All those who call. Remember the events coming up. We'll dinner, bingo, meetings, mix and mingle. We'll push them for the week so you'll understand and get them good. All right, do have yourself a great day. Peace and love. All right, take care.
Now can we put the pieces together that will redeem this land? I say yes, we can, my brother, but not until we understand. We got a country to build, and if we don't do it, who will? We gotta come up with some kind of plan to salvage what's left of our nation. So we ain't got no time to chill, 'cause we got a country to build. It won't be easy restoring this place, but it's a challenge we all must face. This country is drowning in a sea of stagnation. What it really needs is serious resuscitation. Because all the things that are bad have gotten worse. What a dilemma. We got to get this country moving. Let's put it back together, yes. We got a country to build. In our hearts and minds, we must instill. We got to start and make preparation to undertake the great task of rebuilding this nation. It will be a long and hard struggle uphill, but we got this country to build. Tell you. The leaders here, they don't have a clue. They have no idea what they should do. That's why we can't rely on them to make things better. 'Cause every time we do, they only make we suffer. So we gotta mobilize ourselves and make a contribution. We the people gotta be involved in this country because